Just get into the VC and can we all just zip it? The meeting was supposed to start 5 minutes ago.
Alright, hello, dog. Can I bring my dog?
Dog turned into a bird.
Alright.
Wait.
Alright.
Kane, aren't you sitting here? Or did you leave team?
I don't know. I didn't know where we're sitting.
Fair enough. Alright. So should I sit up there first?
Where's Otto?
Just to speak about what...
I can't get on. I'm having to let something up there.
Alright.
Who's that thing in the background?
Yeah, can you like not?
So...
This is the Vietnam War.
There are 4 topics for today's meeting. The first one is team size / what makes up a team.
Can you not with those war sounds, please?
Can everybody just shut up? War sounds.
If you are not talking, mute yourself.
Even? That's
Alright.
fair enough, I suppose.
Alright. Effectively, we are talking about 4 things at this meeting today. Team size / what makes a team. The usage of bots. The Ember Build Society. And nation borders. Would anyone here like the motion for a special topic to start off with?
Probably
I have a special topic, but I don't think it needs to start off. So I'll just wait till we move on a little.
What I meant for this was, does anybody have a favorite topic to talk about? Does anyone have a favorite topic to talk about at this meeting right now?
I have a topic, yes.
That was given today, right now.
Yeah, borders.
I don't know if you
mean,
mentioned it, but the book that mentioned the attack. Can we talk?
Give me a candle, Ronaldo.
I will allow that to be
Can we
motioned
stay on
as well.
topic, please?
I'll allow
That
that
is
to
the
be
topic.
motioned as well, due to the fact that this is and would be considered a terrorist threat on Spawn.
Give me the candle.
Shut up!
What you're saying, you're cutting out so much.
Can you shut up?
No, really.
You yourself.
This is an important question with Ronaldo. Why did you give me a candle called Ronaldo's special stuff? Answer the question. I
You could have just DM'd him.
Fine, fuck you.
Order.
Ring the bell for order.
Please.
Would anyone like the motion for one of the topics stated before, and explain why? The 2 topics that people have brought interest into was borders and the threat on the United Factions building.
I would like to talk about the threat. Moth and I found that nobody else was on live, and it was just there.
Alright, I say borders because we kind of already have a problem with borders at this point. Mainly with the company and the dogs that are, yeah, dogs.
Sadly, we do not have a dog representative here.
We have Pickle in the VC.
Oh, fair enough.
Should we do the crouch vote thing that we did last time?
Okay. No weapons in the building. No weapons, no tools, no nothing.
in the building, money
No
tail.
weapons or tools in the building. Yep.
Put it in your e-chest. First thing of course, the first thing I hear in VC is no weapons in the building. Hell.
Out.
Put that in your e-chest.
Put it in your e-chest.
I don't have any e-chest.
Money tail?
There's an e-chest.
There's an
in the
e-chest
front
up
of the
here.
building.
I will not let go of this until you put everything into the e-chest.
Don't pick up the chest.
Idiot.
There's no chest.
Put everything in there.
Okay.
Including the pickaxe, including any tools,
Any tools.
everything.
Not.
Everything that has extra damage, put it in the e-chest.
Everything.
I could still kill someone without a weapon.
So, that's not what we're focusing on here.
They kill your fist, do extra damage, put them in the e-chest.
Okay.
Shut up.
You know, I'm grabbing my e-chest. Alright.
Alright.
Why is the server lagging? Oh my god.
It's because there's 10 it's because nearly the entire server is in this one spot. Alright,
Fair enough.
Moneytail?
I mean, hold on, can you contact Dogbone to get in here?
How dare you?
No fighting.
Stay in your seat, dude. Come on, we need to have order. This is important.
Alright. Shift if you think the threat is more important. Stand if you think the borders is more important.
Actually, hold on, we're in here. We should probably.
I'm
I didn't think about that.
Okay,
We are kind of in the building.
so we will now be talking about the border threat. Moth, since you motioned for this topic, you're allowed to give a speech up to 3 minutes.
You know, can I mention something real quick before you do that real quick?
Moneytail? Stop.
Could I say something real quick before everybody starts?
Okay.
Sure. You know, so Casey, you usually stand here when you organize the meetings and everything, right?
Yep.
So what if the people who are speaking opposite of which go in these opposite little things?
I want to talk about the book that's up here that mentions the attack.
Yeah. I voted. I understand. I was just mentioning an idea.
Alright, so recently it has come to mine and Narwhal's attention that there's been rumor of a threat on the UF building, which we stand in now. And,
That's what the
it
building
says
was close.
1X, massive attack on the official UF, United Factions in parentheses, building,
Put the spoon
followed
away.
by, and then the book just stops after that.
I think we need to find out who did and what does followed by mean.
I was
I have a
tipped
feeling,
off
but I'm not going
by
to mention it.
Put the tools away.
I was tipped off by a whistleblower that there was a railroad thing that had to do with
The railroad
Travis
closed down.
and
It disbanded.
King K Jr. and Narwhal that has to
Yeah, no, I felt that was morally wrong, so yeah, I kind of stopped that.
Let Moth finish.
I heard I was tipped off by a whistleblower that there was some sort of railroad group or whatever, I don't remember, sorry, with King K Jr. and Green Narwhal that had, there, apparently, they talked about attacking the UF building.
Okay, can I respond to that?
You may.
Okay, so if I go up to one of the stands here. So, I don't have to swear to tell the truth, do I?
You do.
Okay, I swear to tell the truth. So, King K Jr., and me, and another member who shall not be named, since you don't know who they are yet, we had plans to orchestrate a war, right? And whether or not the UF building was put in that plan is something that I don't think we need to disclose. But the problem is, that's not one of ours. That book is not from one of our things.
Yeah, also, hold on, can I...
It looks like a hit from the TMC.
It was the deal with Soul originally. That was the plan, it was the deal with Soul.
Specifically, yes.
I still heard that there was a relation between the railroad group and the UF building.
The railroad was the
I don't
reason
know if
that
that's
the UF
exactly
building was
true.
created.
But the railroad thing, it has to do with orchestrating war, which I don't think is morally correct.
I think King and I can... Well, the souls are gone, so we don't have to worry about it. It's why the railroad disbanded.
That's why we ended the railroad and switched it to the building.
Yes. So, that begs the question: where did that book come from? Because I had made the book right as we were putting
stopped it about last week.
Yeah, we stopped it some time ago.
Soul was only they were only banned a few days ago, not a whole week ago.
Then not last week, a few days ago. Whenever Souls got
it's whenever Souls got strong. That's when we originally made it, and we disbanded it not that long ago.
Not that long after Souls got. Well, actually, no, it was before Souls. A little bit, wasn't it?
No music on the premises.
Remember what happened?
Give me that jukebox back. I will. Hold on. Where's my?
All violators will be fined.
Give me my jukebox back.
Moth, click the order button.
Give me my jukebox back.
Oh heck.
Wait, who took it? You did, right? Give it back.
I don't have it anymore.
Order in the court. All violators will be fined for containing music-related things.
Have that back.
One netherite ingot, right? That's what it was?
One netherite ingot.
I filed to find Moneytail in contempt of court.
That will have an interest rate. Each week, you will have to pay off, or if you keep the fine, if you don't pay it off immediately, each week it will increase by one netherite ingot.
No, make it double.
Yes, it'll double.
Double, make it trouble. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up with my little speech and say that hopefully we shouldn't have to worry about an all-out attack against the UF building.
Can I motion something that helps to protect everything that they planned on being brought up in this meeting?
Everybody hold up. Dogbun has presented a speech that he would like to give. Hello there. Unfortunately, at this time of presentation, I am unable to physically attend. However, I have a Douglas ambassador, prestigious builder, and my right-hand man here tonight to share my thoughts on these matters. Unfortunately, he was only here for a short period of time. However, this still holds up. Regarding these matters, I feel like for a group to be recognized as a legitimate government force, it needs a minimum of 3 unique members, including owner or founder. That being said, I also believe a group should be limited to a maximum of 10 members to prevent one group from being too powerful and limit any of the effects of possible corruption and war. The last topic I wish to discuss today is one very dear to me, and it regards towards the spawn protection clause. This clause clearly defines that builds within 200 blocks of spawn are protected from malicious griefing. With that being said, I am suggesting this is an expansion, that this no grief zone will reach to 500 blocks rather than the previous 200. I believe this is in best interest of the server to preserve spawn's integrity and beloved presence. As such, I vote to settle this matter democratically and peacefully to uphold the server's moral values. That is all he wrote.
Alright. Honestly, 500, 500, 500. Yeah, that's honestly reasonable.
Yeah.
500 blocks in each direction, and while reasonable, I feel like is a bit too much, but
it protects a lot more bases, but it also, again, protects a lot more people.
Fair enough.
You know, I agree with that, especially since the fact that the World Trade Center is in that distance.
Do we codify the...
If we can't do the full 500, we can at least extend it to like 400.
Do we codify it to the 500 rule?
500.
Do we codify it to the 500 rules?
May I ask you a question?
500 is a giant leap of 300 blocks in a square radius.
Stand if you want the 5...
Question.
Sure.
If say my base is in or within one of those like 400, but it's outside like 600, would it still be protected, or is there?
Is it to the public and for the public?
Well, it has. I'm honestly not sure.
Because if it's for
Public
the
buildings
public,
are always protected.
and if it's for the public, then yes. And if it's not, then no.
We could also do like a Pythagorean theorem bullshit and see if the base is actually within distance, and make it so that you have to take a path that's 500 blocks away from spawn. Since we are able to use the coordinates.
I mean, I do just like the flat 100 and negative, and a positive 100 or 500 to negative 500.
Like doing it on what doing the definitive, like a defined amount in all directions makes the most sense. There's easy for everyone to understand.
Yes.
Alright. Shall we move on to the topic of borders?
Hold up. I feel like what we should do first.
Thousand was 500 blocks, so sure.
Hold up. If you sit or crouch, you codify this rule. If you stand, you don't codify this rule.
Oh, okay.
Since it's all in agreement, spawn is now 500 blocks away from spawn, and is 500 by 500 in each direction, and the public rule is still allowed.
Yeah, it's lagging, but
I'm in favor of it.
Okay. Can I have the floor? I have a motion that I'd like to play.
You may have the floor.
So, you know, as first thing, I would like to say up here, that's in no relation to what I was originally talking about. Casey, your Discord is lagging so much, I can't understand half the stuff you said.
You're going to have to deal with it because it's not lag, it's just how bad my mic is.
Okay. Also, so, we're having problems with, what's it called? The attack on the UF building. And also, it seems that, canon-wise at least, the, what's it called? The tree over there seems to look like it's dying, and the egg looks like it's coming back. So I propose UFIT, United Factions Intelligence Task Force. That's meant to help with all joint faction issues like that, basically.
That's reasonable.
It helps with border patrol, it helps with protecting the United Factions building, and enforcing the 500 block rule.
Alright,
as well
question,
as
who are you putting as the guards of this?
Objection relevancy.
Yeah.
It's relevant to borders, it's relevant to the... It's relevant to all these things.
Sorry, I just felt...
Honestly, that's a good idea. No, I agree.
Sorry.
Order in the court.
Stop. Just don't smack that bell that much. Come on, you only need to do it this much.
Okay,
Oh.
so, I said, crouch if you agree on
You only need to do it that much, okay?
crouch if you agree on UFIT, and stand up if you don't agree.
Hold up, what did you say?
Okay. Ronaldo, I don't think this is... I don't... Okay, no, it's sit to agree with it, it's stand to disagree.
Hold up, question. What did you guys say in
Yeah.
the first place?
What happened?
What was the original?
Why did you give me a bottle of honey?
What are we motioning for?
Read the bottle's name.
Okay, do you need me to re-explain? Casey?
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Hello?
Explain the history of the
Yes.
bucket.
I said yes.
I don't know what... I can't hear you if you're speaking. Oh, okay. So, I proposed UFIT, United Factions Intelligence Task Force. It's meant to help with stuff like border patrol, enforcing the 500 block rule, the egg thing that's going on, whatever that tree thing is.
So wait, are you just combining... Are you combining the CIA with the Secret Service?
No. Just the United Factions Intelligence Task Force. It's meant to deal with
Sell stuff to it.
getting information on this type of stuff, basically.
More like the SCP Foundation.
No, not at all.
The SCP Foundation is literally means secure.
I suggested amendment.
They do research on
No.
stuff.
The United Factions Intelligence Task Force is meant to be similar to the United Nations
No.
Intelligence Task Force. Look it up. It's called UNIT.
I suggest an amendment. The amendment being that this group is not run by any particular faction to prevent any...
So it's saying, who's being part of this elite task force, for one?
Well, first of all, PMC, as private mercenaries, we are in charge. Well, I'm not going to do much, but the PMC in itself is in charge of enforcing. Right?
No,
I feel like that would make sense, enforcing the stuff.
You're a military company.
Yeah, we are
true,
a military
I guess.
company.
I believe this action would move to bias against Lockheed Martin and all of its corporation.
It wouldn't lead to bias if you were a little bit smarter.
No, they're not in charge of the...
We're not in charge of the organization.
Stop speaking over each other.
Gauss, if you're a part of Gauss, look in the chat for what I have to say.
Okay. I feel like Gauss should be in charge of retrieving information about these things.
What, so we're like the guards of the caravans enforcing while they're in
You
a
guys
secret
are-
intelligence organization?
You're the
Narwhal?
ones, and Gauss is the intelligence base.
Narwhal,
Okay.
Yeah?
I need to speak.
So they're the secret service part of it, and we're the...
Travis.
I was banging the bell because he was speaking.
Alright. I vote against this bill if any particular group is a part of any single part of it. It will have to be run by a groupless faction, which is more of what the United Factions already is. It will not be ran by any particular group. As stated before, as Duck presented worry that you would treat them unfairly. Ultimately,
Okay, can I
the group
speak based on
Fine,
that?
alright.
Gauss will not vote for this
Counterpoint.
paper unless if the amendment that we suggested is not added.
Or we have an alternative point, it's controlled by the UF, and it's not actually run by any group, and it just hires the best soldiers for their job and
No.
spies for the job.
There's
What
no
about
need.
that?
There's no need for spies.
So-
There's no need for nothing.
So
This
if
is ultimately
I
a
may
thing.
speak-
This is ultimately a
Casey-
way to control the masses. I'm against it.
That was in the idea. We don't want anybody specifically controlling. I was just shooting ideas of who can be in charge of what aspects of different things. Of course, UFIT will be run by the United Factions.
I propose that one member from each faction will be a member of UFIT as a...
Yeah.
So as to not make it as bias for...
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't want
no,
anybody.
those-
We need
those-
one member from each faction.
Here's-
And it's going to be run by United Factions in and of itself.
And the problem with this is it okay? We need to make specific rules for dealing with problems, because you can't have just a police force, because then you're just going to make
This
the
isn't
UF
a
into a
police
police
force.
state. No,
This is an intelligence task force
Why do we need this?
equipped with a military in case we need it.
Why do we need this?
In case, I'm just saying. We're not going to use it. I'm just saying.
Have you heard the threat against the UF headquarters
Yeah.
for one?
Hold on.
Hold on. This book, right here.
Who's to say that you
Have
didn't
read
create?
this book?
Who's to say you didn't create that book in order to gain control over the entire United Faction?
I don't know what this book is. And if I did, what would I be controlling?
I mean, you quite
UFIT is run by United
Narwhal?
Factions, not me.
Narwhal. You
This
quite
is just an idea.
Narwhal. You quite
It's technically ruled by the ruler of the main head council
It's
member,
ruled by
and the
United
council.
Factions.
It's ruled by the council, Casey.
Yes, not by me.
It's ruled by the Gus Council and not by the specific people in it. Well, it's ruled by the people.
By the people, for the people, and of the people.
let this be known that if anyone griefs the UF building, it is against rules.
Okay. You know,
Shall-
I just do something? Hey,
Shall we
King,
hold the vote now?
Yeah. Just get
before we hold the vote, could we do one thing? See the under chest right here, Travis?
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor?
Alright.
You're the arsonist, correct?
I mean, yeah.
Could you burn this in a safe, controlled area? Oh, no, that's the Goliath Alliance. Burn this, please. I already have the screenshotted evidence. Okay, it's settled now. Okay, we shall all take our votes now. I agree.
Vote if with stand
I'm against. We need a more concrete.
It's stand against, sit for.
Sit for.
Remember, I'm not in the game. I have to say my point out loud. We need a more clear-cut thing before.
So you think I should develop this idea before I bring it to the table?
Yeah, develop it. We need to develop it more to have more people in control.
So it's less one-sided, I feel.
It's not.
Because right now it's favoring the.
Controlled by the UF. That means it's controlled by the people because it's a council of people.
Travis,
from every
the
faction.
people have already voted.
Yeah, the
Bring it
people
back.
already voted. How often are these meetings? Can they be like weekly or something?
Planned weekly.
All right, may I take the floor now? It's not related to the.
I'm gonna type up this book on what the United Factions will be.
All right. This is less of a topic that it's less of a topic that we need to discuss, and more of, can you shut up when it's not your turn to speak? And for the conversations in chat, can we deal with the conversations in the chat? We're trying to focus on what's important to talk about, and you guys are, well, not all of you are distracting, but some of you are distracting from what we're trying to discuss. We're trying to talk about important things. Anyways, I leave the floor.
Oh, anyways, I've got to talk about this border.
Alright. So now we've answered one of the questions at this point. We now need the other ones that are remaining. One of how the teams are made, and what classifies as a team, borders, and the usage of bots.
I say we talk about the usage of bots.
Same.
I say we should vote about the bots due to the fact that borders is a less pressing issue for now.
I disagree with that. I mean, the possibilities of borders being
Travis,
much more of an issue.
It's not your turn.
Again, we were suggesting things.
Stand for
I
bots.
think it was okay that he
Stand for bots.
I
Shift.
agree with him. Borders are much more of an issue.
Stand for
Stand
bots.
for bots.
Shift.
For borders.
I'm standing. You just can't see me.
1, 2,
Borders have a
3,
It looks like
4.
more people are standing.
Auto. Borders
Yep.
or bots.
I don't have any Fletcher's cheats.
I'm gonna go with the borders. We need to define borders. We really need to define a border so we know
Auto's the
who
tiebreaker.
is how to play.
We talk about borders. You may go up and speak, Travis.
So, we have a possible issue with borders. One, Doggos and the house of
Dr.
the
Afton. The house of Dr.
Giorgio's
Afton.
is right next to each other, and that could possibly cause issues in the future for both Doggos and Giorgio and his team. I forgot what your names were. What was your names?
Lockheed
what was
Martin.
Your, what was your
Blockheed
company's
Martin.
name?
It's Blockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin military contract with the corporation supplies.
Okay, I'm just gonna call it Blocky. Blocky and Doggos are right next to each other, and that possibly can cause issues. One is a pacifist, one is a pacifistic faction, and one is the militarist. And that might cause conflicts with each other because, I mean, those are opposing ideologies. You know what happens in an ideological war.
Yes, I would like to propose Blockheed Martin is not really a faction. We are more of a corporation. We don't have borders. We have a certain zone around our location where we will have jurisdiction in that.
That is classified as a border. That's literally what a border is.
It's just fancy saying for border.
Yeah. So we're just gonna call it a border. So your border is combining with... I'm assuming people part of your group, their stuff is also part of your border and zone? Or is it specifically separate?
I would...
For those
Great question.
for people who are not playing on with sounds right now and are wondering why both me...
I heard an explosion, don't worry, I get it. Yeah, this could cause possible issues if you did consider it part of the border, because that probably... we would have to obviously get answers from a Doggos member, but that may have also been territory claimed by Doggos.
We don't know that, and you can't speak.
I
I would
don't
like
know.
to propose a review of the territory border in question.
Okay. Alright, well... But, we go over there, Casey?
We go
just
over
go
there.
over there and show? Well, let's go over there and show. Alright, follow me.
Don't worry,
Alright,
it's daytime, so there shouldn't be any threats. Yet.
Oh,
What's
okay.
happening? I was writing a book.
We're showing the border.
We're taking a field trip.
Oh, favorite rocket ship.
This would probably be a good time for Georgie to start speaking up on this as well.
All I will say is
About his house.
we cannot make a decision based off of this, as we do not have both parties who are involved in this conversation online right now.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning this as a possible factor.
I'm just saying,
But-
the 500 block rule technically protects pickle space, so
Yes.
I think
Georgius.
it would be a problem.
I just want to say, because I believe Lockheed Martin Military Corporation is in the exact opposite direction we are currently heading. This is not anywhere near
I'm
Lockheed.
asking if you
this is one of your
consider
members.
members' bases part of your corporation. Do you consider it part of your zone?
I would consider them as exclaves of Lockheed Martin Military Corporation.
Okay.
They are.
It's basically a colony. Just
The person who owns said territory wishes it not to be classified, they can classify it as personal property, which would not be related to Lockheed Martin and its corporation.
alright.
All
That
right.
answers the question.
He's talking like an attorney. Like a discount dollar store attorney.
He is.
I needed to know that just to make sure that this does count. We would have to personally talk with Georgie about this, but if
We
this
can-
counted as
we can
part, if
get-
he wants to count this part of the zone, then this may cause conflict with Pickles and the Doggos.
We can get a statement from Giorgio tomorrow or later today or tomorrow, and we
Okay,
can
so
talk
what's
about
this?
it at our next UF meeting.
Okay.
We should make a list of topics we should talk about at our next UF meeting.
I mean, this is a previous problem that I would have had, but this
Why is
originally
there-
Souls.
Why is there
Claiming-
electric comparator input under the...
Originally claiming the islands around the PMC that was PMC territory. This is an older territorial claim, but it still would apply.
And we handled
If
it
it
at
is
the
an
last
owned
UF
territory-
meeting. And we handled it at the last UF meeting.
I don't think we actually handled it at the last meeting about territories.
Casey,
But
get under the UF building.
I'm assuming something.
There's a bomb. Oh,
Dude,
there's a bomb.
I saw that earlier, and I was wondering what it was, and there was nothing under it. Now there's a TNT.
Yeah, I knew Money Tail.
Remove it. Alright, I don't
That
have
was
gold.
actually me. I'm just being funny. I didn't do that.
This is why
Don't
we
worry.
should allow tools. Very
Well,
basic tools. but
Everybody
tools.
move.
I say this was definitely Moneytails doing. I propose a motion that will.
Bro,
bring
I've been
Moneytails
gone for
to
so
a
long.
trial.
How would I even plant that?
You mentioned planting a bomb earlier in the chat.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I just want to mention.
I would like to bring Moneytail under a trial.
And that's why I put,
here.
after the amendment
I need to
chat, that's why I
talk with,
left and planted a
give me a
TNT
moment.
on a timer under the
I need to
building.
privately talk with Ronaldo and Narwhal. We need a private
I
chat.
just want to mention, did anybody vote against us talking about the, what's it called? The book earlier when we were motioning for it?
I don't think anybody voted. Well,
Okay.
Hold on. Can me, Ronaldo, and Narwhal speak privately for a little bit? We may need to talk.
Uh-oh.
Raggy.
VC2?
No, just TMC VC.
May Gauss also
can
speak
we
in
start a
private.
conversation
May Gauss
that you
also
guys
speak in
can hop
private.
into once you're done with your conversation?
May Gauss also speak
Alright.
in private.
Let's
Is this all of Gauss?
Yes.
Alright. Two things on the table right now. I do not trust the PMC, Moneytail, and the new faction at this point. Call it paranoia, call it what you want. I don't think they're planning anything good.
I currently don't trust them either.
I recommend getting a weapon. Hiding it in
I
your
already have
hotbar.
one. I have one in my inventory, just hidden.
I'm glad both me, you, and Kane all thought of that. I also have a strength 2 pot. If things get feisty, we have an
Alright, can
alternative.
you, like, secretly give me the strength pot, or if you have more than one?
When I only have one in my inventory right now, but when I splash it, I'm making sure to splash it on all of us. Right now, I'm using a fucking pickaxe to do it.
Alright.
But hey, any attack damage is better than no attack damage.
I have my power 5 flame bow, and I have my sharpness 5 sword.
Alright,
As the rest.
are you willing to go back into the... Kane, are you still there? We can't hear you right now if you're talking. Are you there?
Are you there?
Okay, crouch if you're talking. Stand up. Stand if you're not talking.
Both,
They're moving back to...
both auto and, oh, there he is. Please.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now. I think moving...
I was wondering why everyone was just so fucking quiet.
I think moving you guys into the VC fucked with you guys. Sorry. Effectively, I don't think we can trust people here. Notice how we're the only ones with
I
armor
don't think we should
on.
have ever trusted people. I mean, technically we trusted Mytop for like a minute, and look what he did.
Fucking planted a bomb.
We don't necessarily know if it was Moneytail, but I do
Moneytail
believe
quite
Moneytail.
literally made a message of it.
We have strong accusations against Mytop of why he
Yeah.
planted the bomb. Also,
Yeah, he was talking about it in the chat.
take screenshots of chat in case for the
I already left, so I don't have the chat.
Don't worry, I have the chat. I'm
Alright.
taking screenshots right now.
We just need to screenshot these, then we can... It's basically giant proof. It's one big giant proof, technically.
Yeah.
So the three of us are all in agreement on this one particular issue.
Yes.
Yes.
We can't trust anybody here at the moment.
Especially not with the threat earlier. I still believe that the railroad thing is...
Ronaldo wouldn't have any chance to lie. I think that's what they're talking about right now.
Yeah. and they lied about. Well, I don't know if it was intentional, but they said Seoul was banned a week ago, even though they were only banned a few days ago. Which I don't know if that was
accidental, most likely. Welcome back, Otto.
You glitched out. What did you say?
Welcome back, Otto.
Yeah, my apparently Discord crashed, and I didn't notice.
Effectively, everyone's in their own private VCs at this point.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Should we like, and like, maybe like, maybe this goes on for another minute when it hits 21:15, or like, no, it is 21:15. Maybe until 21:18. Shall we be in our private?
Yeah.
PCs?
Okay. So, do we have a plan in case things go south?
Not really. All we can do is just hold on to weapons and just hide them and not really ever use them unless we have a problem. Besides that, it's just waiting.
Casey, remember the coordinates I sent you?
Yeah.
That's an exclusionary site. Meaning it's meant to be very far away from things. It's designed to exclude and to basically be as a safety area.
So all of us are in an agreement.
Yes.
An agreement of what exactly?
We can't trust anyone here.
We keep the Goliath... Okay, hear me out. We keep the Goliath Alliance, we try...
concrete evidence of things happening. We have to be on guard.
On guard. We have to stay on guard. Effectively, I think our true allies at this point are the false prophet, unironically. Due to the fact that, well, yes, it's not our best chance, it's better than literal terrorists. Do we understand?
Yes.
Alright.
It is 21:16 currently. We have 2 more minutes.
Alright, 2 more minutes.
Do we have nothing else to talk about, or?
We have nothing else to talk about.
Alright.
I got a better weapon.
Anything worth talking about right now?
Oh my god. We have a bunch of strippers.
What?
We have a bunch of strippers.
I was not expecting to hear that sentence.
Yeah.
Especially from you.
Narwhal put, like, 2 iron poles and, like, multiple people started just going towards it. Oh my god! The server's turning more into GTA the more we go on.
Eventually we'll have guns.
Eventually, yeah, we will! Oh. Oh.
Eventually, unless you never die for the rest of the season, but that's unlikely.
Oh, you want food?
Thank you.
There. Oh, Ronaldo there. Alright. I say it's time. Let's go back to private. Or go back to public. The rest will be
You don't need to know.
The rest will be following.
You do not. I honestly kind of want to. I kind of want to know.
Whatever you may think it is, just don't think it's a bomb because it's not.
It's probably wrong based how you say that.
Stripping at the U.S. meeting.
No,
Yeah,
there
perfectly
will
justified.
be no fighting. There will be no dissent. There will be no blood. We are here to
Listen,
make
whatever.
peace, not
Listen,
war.
whatever happens, I didn't do it. I'm doing this.
Get high.
Order.
I have so many
Whatever
questions. My question is, Slimer, I have so many questions. One,
Quiet.
why is Slimer
If you're not talking, mute yourself.
Get off the table.
Hey, be gone from
Order.
your seat unless you want to join us.
Wait, that's what Bungle sounds like?
What? This?
So anyways,
I got the blood
on the carpet, guys. I got the blood on the carpet.
please.
Blood spills.
I got blood on the couch.
Carpet, please.
I got blood on the couch.
May I speak?
Stop.
No.
Yeah, talk,
My
please.
man's building a bomb. Oh, free redstone.
Shush, all of you.
If you're not talking, mute yourself.
I motion we talk about the topic of. I motion we talk about the topic of bots as our next as our next topic. However, if there's any objections to that, speak now.
I don't disagree with you.
I do believe that they need to be more regulated with what we've seen that bots can actually
I
do.
think they shouldn't have any defense.
I don't know much about this topic, so
Oh no.
I motion that someone else comes up and speaks first.
I believe I am the most qualified here. I would like to take the stage.
You can take a stage as you were the main reason why this has actually started.
You may take the stage.
So, Doc, get the fuck out.
Oh shoot. Fights at me.
So, as a primary,
crystal meth.
wait. So, as primary law for bots, it's just primary for them to just only basically gather materials and build houses. I don't think you should put them on terminate mode ever again, or like just on kill mode. You shouldn't put them on kill mode no matter what, because who wants that? Who wants to get killed 10,000 times by a bot?
Me, I do.
Well, Duck's probably just sitting in the bathroom or something.
I'm literally Spider-Man.
I'm just saying, I vote that we don't use bots to kill anything. Only gather stuff.
I'm literally Spider-Man.
I want to make an amendment to this.
I would
I want to.
like to propose the ability for bot self-defense. If a bot is out there gathering wood and someone kills it, that is an easy way to steal resources.
So you would like to advocate
You
against
see-
bots at
Again, you can accuse people for that. You can accuse people for that, but you can't.
Only speak when it's your turn or when you ask to speak.
Emergency ding noise. I'm very sorry to interrupt. I found another book at the lectern. It's titled Wither.
Can I have it?
Casey.
No, I want it. No, give it to me. I want it. Can I read it?
Their whole ass mangrove tree in front of the thing.
Hey, he has a sword out. He had a sword out.
May I read it?
Casey.
He's gonna die.
Then again,
He's acting.
I'm not bringing it out. Not yet. It's
I'm not even ready to fight yet.
dangerous enough.
Fuck it, you guys keep speaking. I'm gonna guard.
Order.
I would like to propose a recess while we
Normal.
it's like terrorism problem. I would like to propose a recess
May
while we
I read the book?
Yes,
May-
please, Arisa.
May I read the book?
We can all read the book.
We all.
Ash and Alex, I would recommend getting your.
Let us go to page 1 and read it out loud.
Casey, you want to
It's
get
literally
over here?
blank. It's
Everybody
literally
be
blank.
quiet for 1 moment, please.
Let us go to page 1.
Page 1.
We all
Everybody
are.
stop looking at the damn book.
May I read it?
Yes, please.
We all aren't. Page 1. In knowledge of. Page 2.
Oh my god.
The events prior to. Page 3. How this all. Page 4. Ends.
Don't
even
finish
by
the book.
Random
It's gonna start a
chance.
redstone.
There.
It's not hooked up to the lecture down there.
Now let us wither. That's a nice poem. We all are in knowledge of the events.
Can I have the book back, please?
The events prior to how this all
Thank you, Casey.
ends.
Hey, yo, you take the book.
I'm on
Someone
a
take-
letter.
Oh, did I? Oh, I have the book. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Alex, Move to
Okay,
block.
you want the book?
Blockade. Move to blockade.
I don't think
Blockade
we're allowed
members.
to. I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Hold on.
Wait, who's under there? Who's under there?
I'm going under there to check right now.
That is what I'm gonna say. I have full armor. Let me do it.
I would like to propose a recess while we.
A creeper blew me up.
Happening.
Oh, okay.
I died. And you missed off that.
Ugh. That scared the crap out of me. Creeper, oh man. Who's part
Make
of the
it
winter
daytime.
group?
Can you please make it?
That's two, right?
It was another creeper explosion. I saw it happen.
Creepers, yeah.
Dang, nothing's
This
happening.
has been very eventful.
You think it's all
Nothing that's supposed to be happening is happening.
Hey,
Everything. Actually, no. We've talked about one thing that was supposed to happen.
back up. I just want
Well, two things, but
Yo, guys,
man.
do any of you have some explosible
Oi!
weapons? Okay.
I'm
Any
being
of
on.
you
I'm being sexually assaulted.
order.
You have
Alright,
food?
alright, everyone back in peace.
1 second. I would like to excuse myself for a short minute.
What the hell? Where am I?
May I speak?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
please.
Why is there a sign here that says "Wither"?
There's a book.
Sorry,
Everybody be quiet and let the one person speak.
Sorry,
Let him
Alright,
I'm
so
frequently...
I'm prior to my...
Just pick
Mine
mine.
has to eat, please.
Thank you.
Damn it.
So that book's up. And then there's just.
Alright, is everyone in their seats?
No.
It
Yes.
doesn't matter myself. So in prior preparation of the bots rule, do we say that bots should never be allowed to turn on kill mode ever? Or terminate?
Yeah, I agree.
Terminate mode, yes, they should not be able to turn on that.
Stand up if no Terminator mode. Crouch if Terminator mode.
Wait, no,
Yeah, oops.
wrong.
No Terminator mode shall be allowed.
No turn.
Afton, why are you down there?
Also, I want to ask, who's in charge of this group with this banner?
I have
Two.
no idea.
That's two, I believe. The leader's right.
We've just given that banner as a placeholder.
As the gift.
Of course.
Do we have any more
Of
things
course.
left to say? Do we have any
Alright,
more things left to say?
Can we try this again? Anybody who is in favor of the bot having Terminator mode, or crouch.
Alex,
Anybody
idea,
who
be
is not
ready for
in
anything.
favor of the bot having Terminator mode, stand up.
Yeah, good thinking, Afton.
I say that's a strong no Terminator mode.
Alright, no Terminator mode.
I say no Terminator. I don't like that thing. It tanks my frames.
Alright.
Oh, you only don't want it because tanks are damn frames.
Casey,
Yeah, everything.
may you refresh us on the topic? May you refresh us on the topics that
That we have not speaked of?
discussed?
Oh.
We have discussed.
So we just have left.
It was, we only have the Builder, or the Ember Building Society.
No. We also have what is classified as a group, which I will.
No, we just, oh, we know.
I want to quickly just place it right now.
Talk about groups.
Crouch for building society, stand up for what is classified a group.
What's classified as a group? We need more
It's
clarification
just
on
a
that.
building
copy.
society. This is why I didn't want so many people joining. I just wanted it to be a small group. I don't want every active member on the server.
I believe.
Shut up.
Has no.
We're okay.
Okay.
We're talking about the amount of people in a group. All right.
I actually, can I go first? I actually want to mention that
No.
your dog bone actually has a decent idea there.
Dogbone has a decent idea, however, it needs one severe amendment. There cannot be 10 players on one single team.
Okay. Well,
This is due to the fact that, excluding me, as I am not the normal, there can only be 10 players online. If the maximum amount of people on a team can be 10, they can plan out an entire attack on a defenseless group.
Okay, fine. They can only have 3 members online.
This is not what I'm saying.
10 members, but there
No,
can only be 4. they can have 10 members, but there can only be 5 members on at one time. Would
Half
4
the server.
or 4 members, I suppose. Might be better.
I agree having 5 members online at all times. Well, not at all times,
But-
but
But
At mo-
three is manageable. So if something terrible goes down, 3 is a reasonable number.
Why are you paranoid?
I don't trust.
I wonder why. Maybe it's the bomb that was just under us.
Yeah, there kind of was a bomb under us, and I'm paranoid about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a stupid question, honestly.
yeah, you know, just saying, more reason to add UFIT. Eh?
Again,
Develop it first.
Why are you pushing that?
Yeah,
We're
I'm
going to
developing
discuss
it
that
right
at
now.
the next meeting.
Little.
Why are you
I have the-
pushing that? We're going to discuss that at the next meeting.
I was making a joke. Punch me. I was making a joke.
I
punch you?
swear the next person who punches me is going to
Punch you?
regret
Punch you?
Tall hat.
You are not allowed to use Terminator mode, just so you know.
You. Okay. Okay
I'm
then.
not gonna punch him. I'm gonna hit him with my helmet.
Alright,
Got it.
Oh, punch again?
Snap, got him.
okay.
Sorry.
I feel. Let me check. Let me check the size of all the groups, because I do not want to make sure that anything goes awry. There are 3 members a part of BM. There is 1 member a part of 2. There's 1 member a part of the part of Sharkbait. In the PMC, there's 4. In Doggos, there is 4. Gauss has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gauss has 6. And those are the acknowledged groups at this point.
Oh, blocks.
I feel
Like
Blockade has 3.
We have 40.
Was it 50
Yeah, we
or 40
have
that you said?
we have the shadow army.
Alright,
They're basically just like auditors and
Duck.
They write war articles.
you are not allowed to bring all of them on. What I'm about to
No,
say.
I physically can't.
I'm gonna raid the server with 40 people.
I will bring at max 5 people online for a
Bring
single
4.
time in the Blockade Martin.
Because this is what I'm about to say.
Enough people to fill up this table.
Excluding the founder, there can only be 6 people on a team. This means Gauss has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members on it currently.
Yep.
However, there is a couple of members that we are unsure of, including Finn. The PMC has 3. The Blockade has 2. 2 and Sharkbait have 0 plus the founder.
Technically,
And stop.
Would they not be
There was-
acknowledged as a group?
well, here's the thing. Some people just forgot to redo this via group selection.
I am aware.
Like Uni technically should be part of the PMC and the group choices, and yeah, just Uni.
Okay. So ultimately, group file size, group size can only be 6, excluding the founder.
Or the elected official or whatever, yeah.
Founder, leader, whatever. Okay?
Gauss is really added.
Stop.
Gauss can no longer allow more people.
Okay. No, Gauss can get 1 more member.
I have a question.
What?
An important one. So whenever there's a war, how many people are allowed to be online at that specific time? Are there only allowed to be 10 online, including the owner, or it's almost everybody allowed online?
10 excluding the owner. So in other words, there can be 11 theoretical people online.
But I'm talking about like a war. Like a
Oh, a
like
war.
war.
You know, are you talking
I'll
about
only allow 10
factions?
people.
Like, are you talking about how many people are in a faction are allowed
If-
onto the server?
If there is a direct war between 2 factions,
Okay.
5 and 5.
But that doesn't include the factions.
That includes the faction leader. If there's a fight, it's 5 and 5 due to the fact that splits the server up in half. Alright? So, stand if you think group size should be 6, excluding the leader, which means that there's 7 people in total. Shift if you think it needs to be amended.
Wait, so, okay.
So we're all here in agreement.
I think it needs a slight bit of amending.
Okay, for players being, like, members of a faction being on the server, I think it should be at least reduced to either 3 or 4. Because 5 is half of the server. What if there's multiple wars going on?
Can you stop ringing the bell when people are talking for specific reasons? Thank you.
And if there's a bunch of, like, there's a lot of ways that this could be an issue doing 5-5. 1, a major war. 2, if a base gets griefed and another whole entire thing is going on with half of the server being filled.
Narwhal, Otto was going to propose an amendment, I'm pretty sure, and then Travis started speaking, which is why I rang the bell.
Travis was commenting on it, on what Otto was saying. He wasn't necessarily interrupted. There was no reason to ring the bell. I think whoever has the floor and whoever is mainly talking is the one who should be able to control the bell.
I'll be back. I'll go grab my dog.
Interrupt and let them speak now. Thank you.
Apologies, I thought Travis was interrupting.
I was adding on to the thing. That we shouldn't have 5 members, like, you shouldn't be allowed to have 5-5 on a server.
So during times of conflict, only 3 people can be fighting?
Yeah. Well, okay, hold on. Again, this could conflict with another group that's having another issue that is happening.
That's 6. That allows another group to actually be a part of it.
Yeah, well, that's why I said 3-3-3 instead of, instead of 5-5, it would be half the server minus you. It would be 6, or it would be 3, and then
4.
whatever the other factions are doing.
3, 3, and 4 for the other factions.
Yeah. And if there is only a major world war, or if there's a major war going on between 2 factions, then there could be 5, unless if there's a grief going on or something bad happening to some of the other factions, then they can maybe like tell the other group, one of the other groups, to lose a member maybe.
So in other words, during times of conflict, a group can only have 3 members online. A fighting group can only have 3 members online, meaning in a 1v1 war, 6 players are online.
Yes.
Alright. Do we agree to this amendment?
Crouch if agree.
No. Stand if agree, crouch if not agree.
I'm just saying Crouch has been agree this entire time. I feel
Duck.
like it would mess with things.
Why are you not Duck? To a near unanimous vote, except for Duck.
So, Otto,
This has been
what was
written.
your amendment?
However, we will hear Otto out.
What did you say exactly?
Well, okay, I said that there could only be 3 members of a faction. 3 a faction if there was major conflicts or if something bad, really bad was going on.
3 people can only fight.
Yes.
So
it's more of a dueling in a war instead of a all-out war.
Yeah, and if they want and also want to, I want to add a bit to that. If they want to, they can delegate like a certain day to having half and half of the server being taken by one group and another group, if they wanted to.
That's also another way to do
So
it.
then that takes total event for those two groups, so they can settle it out definitively.
Yeah, that is another way to do it.
Or I planned half and half. So,
Yeah.
do we agree to this? Stand if you agree, shift if you disagree.
Stand to agree, or crouch to agree.
Crouch to disagree.
Crouch to agree?
No, crouch to
disagree. Crouch to disagree. Stand to agree.
What? Screw what?
With the amendments.
What he was just talking about.
Bro, whose dog is this?
It's my dog, my bad. Where is he?
Okay.
Can I mention something that kind of trails off somewhat to what we were...
Otto was mentioning that you can delegate a day to having half of the server being taken up by both groups. You would have to specifically delegate a day with your enemies, but you delegate a game. But if you did not, if it's not a day, it's a normal 3 player per faction.
Yes, that's what we can.
It's not a major war.
I have a question.
That's what it was.
Could I dedicate a day to have 10 members online, or is that not a thing?
No.
No. You cannot fill out the entire server.
War, you can delegate a day for 5 people. And what's the other faction? Non-wars, 3 people.
No. During times of conflict, 3 people online. During times of peace, it doesn't matter.
Casey, if it was delegating a war, you could have 5 people. If you were just fighting it out,
3
people. And if you were just normal day, you could have
as many
people, but like you could have a good chunk of people.
However, Duck, I must still say this. The group limit is still 6, excluding the founder or leader. This is the amount of people that can be a part of one group.
Okay. What if they're just a bunch of random people writing war?
Okay. Duck, I am aware of the situation that you're in. You're allowed to have the entire team. However, you can only have 6 of the people, which you already have 2 of the slots filled out.
Okay.
You're only allowed 4 of the people from there to actually join, which, from what I've heard, is still okay.
Okay. I just need that clarified.
And in the chance of a member getting kicked or banned, you can sub them in.
Would I be able to mention something that's somewhat of a similar topic? Since we voted already?
Alright.
Okay. Could I have the floor? Yeah. Attention seeking, right? So, I'd like to talk about population control on this server, specifically player-wise.
Okay.
Just for a United Factions meeting, including at least 3 tables entirely empty. That's half of the building empty. We already have a full server.
Oh wait,
almost.
Okay.
Right? So there are over 25 people, I believe, last time I counted, that are on the entire Discord server. And I know that not everybody is active, but I feel like we need to decide how we could split that up. Because if we have a server-wide event, or something that takes up a lot of people on this server, we might not have enough space.
So in other words, the founder plus 1 extra on each of the seats.
Yeah, founder and ambassador.
I did want to mention something, but we might have to wait till season 5.
Hey, Casey, can you spawn in some food?
Getting a bedrock server rather than a realm, but I know it's entirely up to you.
And we can't do that because we cannot do that for one reason. Console players, I'm sorry, but we are not doing that.
Console players? players can't join servers?
They can only join featured.
There you go. That works.
So then, could we have a way to decide, like, the active people are the ones who join each season? Because there are, like, 25 people at least that are in the Discord server that aren't, like, on all the time. Like, some of us are, as you can see, but there are so many inactive people, and it's hard to tell what's
This is a topic for a later date, Narwhal. This is a topic for another date.
What?
This is a topic for another date.
Okay.
Now, the last topic we have at hand is the Ember Build Society. However, it's more of just a thank you to the Ember Build Society for actually building this building.
You're welcome, I guess, all of us.
I guess we should probably start talking about our projects. So, okay.
Well, actually, first of all, does the Ember Build Society want to come up here? And
I'll talk.
You should speak first, Narwhal, because you're the founder of.
As founder of the Ember Build Society, it started with a traitorous railroad, and it turned into this lovely route.
Read the Blockheed Martin.
I think it's very nice. I had some great designing help from Casey, and then we had people like King, Ronaldo, and Moth that really helped with the construction and fleshing everything out. And it was really nice of them to all help. And then we had people who built and not just designed who really helped. Like Moth helped with the building specifically, mostly, and Casey helped a lot. Thank you all. Actually, it was a lot of fun. We just have to build the outside, and we're good.
Alright, I would like to mention something. We got some future plans here.
Yeah.
One of them is going to be a new public residential area for new members and for people that just don't have a home yet and want a home. Another project is the mall, our big capitalistic mall. Another idea that I do have in mind is building the dockyard and the trade center.
Oh, yes.
May I say an idea that I have?
Yeah, I do want to say, though, direct all ideas into the ideas and suggestions part on our...
Alright, I will just send it the ideas and suggestions for it.
So while you're doing that, I'd like to say, so we're going to finish up this building here. We still got to work on the outside, as you can see, it's kind of land. And then in order, we need to do a headquarters for this. So it's going to be a while before we start any other projects. And then we have a big shopping center, big mall flex type thing. And then his public rental house idea. And afterwards is whatever comes after, really. That's just our list.
Okay. Another thing we are having planned is a big railroad.
Yes, a large railroad, stemming from all the way in the World Trade Center to past Moth space.
It's basically around the circle, around the key public areas.
Yeah.
That's where.
At least that's where it's gonna start, and that's where it's gonna end. But we'll have it.
Wait, why are you doing this to me? I will eat this god apple.
I have 3, don't test me.
And we can make
Hanging
several
out,
other
man.
paths around the building. We can make paths to the railroad as well, if we want to.
Can you...
Doc, what are you doing down there?
Alright. Do we feel like we've already finished everything here?
Yes.
Yeah.
This meeting has been adjourned for now.
Wait, actually, real quick. I do have something that I want us to talk about. Look, what about this whole bomb thing? What's up with that?
Yeah.
We don't know.
We need to figure that out. The bomb.
Right now, Moneytail and the PMC are the biggest suspects at the moment.
No prostitution.
What do you mean?
We can tear... hey, Casey. Can I lift start off on next week's with this topic?
Monkey tail or money tail.
You can start it
Yeah,
next
understand.
week. Yes.
Or the topic? Okay, thank you.
I might have another meeting later this week as well.
You have some stuff to discuss based on it that I'm
Out
not.
of the armor stand and leave.
Red.
Go.
Meeting hasn't been adjourned.
Should we go